Hey guys, what's up? This is Raygun. I'm going to make a short tutorial, try to keep it as short as possible on the basics of the user interface in PlanetSide2, the menu settings and all that stuff. So let's jump right in. Go into my Raygun character. We'll spawn into our TR warp gate. It's the Terran Republic. And here's where you can do a lot of different stuff. Get ready for battle. First off, if you want to go to the other continent, you'll go to this gate, has the world over it, and then you can go to Isamir. We mainly stay on Indar because it's more of a balanced play field. Back down here, you have your weapons terminals. Right here, you got one with a gun, another one with a gun. Out here, you have some other vehicle terminals. This is where you can pick the class that you want to play. You can even choose your loadout and change a lot of things in this screen here. You can even resupply your soldier if you're running low on ammo, health, shields, things like that. Typically I play like heavy assault, engineer, combat medic. All these classes are very useful, and it'll be important that we have some folks that choose to play, you know, a couple of these and really cert up, which I'll get into in a minute. Out here, you have your vehicle terminals. You'll also find these at other major bases. This in our main base, you're always going to have this stuff here. Here you can spawn heavy weapons, such as tanks, sunders, lightnings, prowlers. Lightnings are worthless, don't ever use one. Down here, you could spawn mosquitoes, liberators. Liberators are our bombers. Mosquitoes are our fighters. They're very nimble, very potent weapons. And then lastly down here you can spawn the Galaxy, which is the 12-man troop transport, air transport vehicle. Also, we will be using the Sunder a lot, called the Bang Bus. This guy here. Definitely a very potent vehicle, and I see the Red Devils clan using this a lot. Already, Lucky and Shivan and I have had some fun in this thing. Alright, let's get right to the menu, the user interface. I'm going to go hide here so somebody doesn't shoot me. World at my command. The very first page, you've got these icons down here. This is how you go to different pages. Okay, start the very first one on the left is your profile page. It's where you've been, what you've done, what's going on, stats, things like that. This will change a lot as the game comes out of beta. They'll kind of customize this a little bit better. The biggest one you'll need to worry about is the map page, and here it is. This is Indar. This is huge. Okay. To go from one end, where our warp gate is, to say down to the warp gate of the NC Empire, if you walked, could take you 2 hours. It's that big, okay? The facilities on here, the major facilities, are biolabs, amp stations, and tech plants. Each faction has one of those in their primary territory that you must defend. There are also smaller outposts. Like here you have the defunct Solar Hub, NS Refinery. Those are also crucial in holding the big objectives. So it's not just about the big objectives. You have to hold and defend all of the objectives. So it's pretty complex on how that works. Let's take an amp station, for example. This is, you know, what provides power to our faction. So here's an amp station here. Okay. And you got this facility here, this facility down here, this facility here, and over here. Even this guy here and even this guy here can play a part in that facility. The amp station itself is huge. Okay, from here down to here is probably 4 football fields, and then from here over is probably 3 football fields. It is huge. The main complex in the middle is where your main objective is if you're defending or attacking. There's a shield generator in there. There's a capture point, and then there's shield generators located throughout this whole thing here. You will need to understand how the map works and how to use it. There's a hotkey in game, M by default, that goes right to your map. As you hover over a territory, you can see on the left-hand side here that it gives you some information on what's going on in that region. It tells you what the resource is and the influence, and it tells you whether that base is under attack or not. Some dipshit in my background is just unloading with his gun. Down here you have hotspots, so if you're just coming in by yourself and you don't want to mess around with all this, you just want to get some playtime, you can choose a hotspot. Check it out, make sure there's something going on there, hit instant action, and it'll take you right to it. Over here you have your filters, so you can turn off a lot of these things and get a better view of the map. You know, there's a big canyon here and a big canyon here that goes across the map, so you have to be very careful looking at these road system when you want to cross these canyon type areas. Up here is your resource. This is very important to spawning vehicles and consumables. And then lastly, you have your continent population. Know the map, know how it works, and know how to read it. Next, you have your classes. This is very similar to the weapons gate. Allows you to set up your loadouts and everything before battle. That way you can kind of quickly go back and forth between classes. You know, if you need heavy assault to defend tanks, or you need engineer to repair your own tanks, you can kind of set that all up here first. Also, you have your vehicle setup screen, Liberators, Galaxies, you know, all that stuff here, Sunder, and you can set up what the loadout is of your vehicle before you leave the warp gate or wherever you're fighting from. Next is your implants. These provide a temporary boost to your player's attributes. There's quick draw, there's dexterity, there's a lot of different things. You do spend Araxium on the implants, so they do cost virtual money. This is part of the metagame part of it. And there's squad implants. There's just all kinds of different things that you can put on there to help your character. They are time related. Generally 1 hour is what an implant lasts. Over here you have your social page. This is how we'll all gather. We already have the outfit, Red Devils Gaming. Let's see. There's all of us that are in here now. We can form squads. Name our squad, and squads hold up to 12 people. That way we can all stay together and play together. We can also form platoons if we have enough members. There's just a ton of cool stuff to do here. The social page is something you'll need to learn how to use as well. That's how you'll pair up with your buddy and go out and have fun. Now next is the certification page, and this is where these are the items that this is what you're going to strive to get, certification points. And you only earn those by playing the game, playing objectives, capturing facilities, defending facilities. You don't really gain them by doing nothing, okay? This is what will actually allow you to make your character better, alright? So you earn certification points and you go in here, and suppose I want the anti-vehicle grenade. I need 48 cert points for that. That's a shit ton. Suppose I want to make my weapon better, add a compensator or a fancy scope or a laser dot, which yes, I want 48 points for a laser dot. You know, those are things that I'm going to spend my cert points on. So this is where the RPG part of the game comes in, because you need to pick a main class that you're going to play, and you need to take those certification points and spend them on that class, okay? Yeah, you can play all the classes and switch back and forth, but if you want to better your character, your player, you'll want to take one class and cert that up. Same with vehicles, and then there's also certifications for leadership roles, okay? We will have squad leaders. This will be the first time in Red Devils history that we will actually have people telling the other guys what to do, you know, which is cool. But if you're going to be one of those guys, you'll need to certify in the leadership categories. Lastly, you have the depot, and this is where the free-to-play leaves and the pay-to-play comes in. So you can go in here and spend your Araxium on weapons, or you can spend station cash on weapons, okay? Yes, some of the weapons do give you an advantage. However, it doesn't change the total outcome of the game too much. There's also going to be camouflage and other accessories and things like that that you can spend your money on, okay? So if you just want to come in and free to play and earn through the game and never spend a dime, you can do that. However, if you want to get a leg up, from day one, you can go in here, buy some station cash, and buy a few things, okay? There's also a membership and an alpha squad thing that a few of the other guys have already done. Alright, so this is the user interface. You'll need to know all this stuff and know how it works, and hopefully this video will teach you how to do that. Of course, in-game, ask us, we can help you out, but I prefer that you guys at least watch this first, and that way you'll kind of be in the know before you get online. Also of note is the settings menu, and in here is where you can change a lot of the your mouse settings, graphic settings, audio, voice. It has a great in-game VoIP that we'll be using a lot, so it's going to be something necessary to go in here and set that up. And then if you need to change your keybinds, you can go in here and do that through the settings panel. Alright, well that's it. This is Raygun. See ya!